I'm having wine.
I too am going to have wine.
I'll take one of those Angustines.
Angustine.
I can help out. Can I have some of that?
Yes.
Thanks.
How would you describe that red?
It's bloody. Probably a little oaky.
Okay.
Sure.
Someone dressed up for this.
You ready?
Oh, I need a...
Okay, cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. I like
Cheers.
to watch
Cheers.
the movies with
Cheers.
friends.
Slancha.
Skull.
Cheers.
Cheers. Salud.
Got all kinds of different variety in there.
Varietals.
Much like the characters in this movie.
Oh, spoiler alert. See, I didn't know there were characters in this movie.
In German, this movie's called Der Ding.
Today on Postmortem, we are here again at the Impro Studio, and I am with...
Paul Hungerford, leader of John Carpenter's Love.
Torrey Halverson.
Hi, I'm Matt Pitner. I am enthusiastic about John Carpenter films.
Can I be Professor Fart?
You can do whatever you want.
Can we do
baby
a
girl.
take?
Yeah,
so we can do
okay.
Professor Fart.
Let Torrey introduce himself again.
Hi, I'm Paul Vonasek, and I am Chief Registrant of the Wilfred Brimley Mustache Restoration Society.
Yep.
I'm Stephen Molony, otherwise known as Captain Bing Bong.
Hi,
Funnier now.
I'm Professor Fart.
You gotta say your name first, Torrey.
Oh,
We'll edit it out so no one saw the first
never
one.
mind.
What are we watching today?
Dirting. John Carpenter's The Thing, I think it's actually called. John Carpenter's The Thing.
Yeah.
Based on the short story Who Goes There?
Oh.
Yeah,
Which
but
was
you didn't
based on the phonograph.
The Thing is a 1982 film by John Carpenter, and it has been the favorite of a lot of people. Raise your hand.
I would say top 5 all time for me.
Yeah.
Agreed.
It's
Very good, yeah.
one of my all-time favorite films. I think I've seen the movie a million times.
I saw it once.
In German?
No.
Der Ding.
Der Ding. And it was quite, immemorable.
Oh my.
In memoriam.
No, unmemorable.
Oh.
Wow. Everyone's seen it at least once? Here?
Yeah, we've all seen
It's been a while.
Okay.
It's been at least.
I love this movie, and all those kids trying to get rid of that clown. This
Yeah.
is my favorite movie.
Oh no, that's.
I know, when he's hiding in the sewer the whole time.
No, you're thinking of Baby Geniuses.
All
The
right.
studio
Well,
really butchered it.
I hope you guys enjoy The Thing,
You bet.
and we will.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Mayday. Anyone hear me? Over. This is U.S. Station 31. You read me? Found something in the ice. We need some help down here. Can anybody hear me? We found something. We found something. We found something.
Men have just discovered something. For 100,000 years, it was buried in the snow and ice. Now it has found a place to live. Inside. Where no one can see it, or hear it, or feel it.
I know I'm human. Some of you are still human. This thing doesn't want to show itself. It wants to hide inside an imitation. It'll fight if it has to, but it's vulnerable out in the open. If it takes us over, then it has no more enemies. Nobody left to kill it. And then it's won.
You guys gonna listen to Gary? He can beat one of those things!
We just watched The Thing, and we got some things to say.
It was like the Animorphs.
We watched Der Ding.
Lord of the
and
Potter Thrones.
The Thing was awesome.
It's so good.
It was nice to see in a group. I haven't done that in a really long time.
There's a lot of jump scares. There's gross out scares. There's tension. The soundtrack is a joy.
I think this movie is like a perfect example of why practical effects
Yes.
are better than
Yes.
just fake effects.
I think it's amazing to watch a movie about people standing around in a half circle talking. Yeah. Carpenter shoots the movie with action. He's got the camera moving all the time. There's always a crossing of characters, so you never can tell how many people are on screen.
You make that movie now, and the first scene introduce him instead of playing chess on a computer and then he blows it up. Like, he's doing shirtless pull-ups. Here you got Kurt Russell in this goofy-ass hat, these Bono glasses before they're even Bono glasses.
Yeah.
And he's all bundled up. Like, that's your hot star. Like, clearly they have a very specific character in mind.
For some reason, this time I was like, oh sure, the wolf is the thing.
The dog seemed a little too intelligent. Like, do you want a dog to be too intelligent? I think we breed them to be, a little dumb, very cute,
Be careful.
and also
A lot
very...
of dogs watching this.
Yeah, a lot of dogs watching.
Vonasek. Take one.
Well, as I stated, should I look at the lens or should I look at you?
I think I'm a Carpenter fan, but I'm also a Carpenter apologist.
Okay.
Because there's a point where I just go, nope!
These are the most important things I have to say about the thing.
I like the film a lot. If you ask me specific questions, you get specific answers.
The Thing. Let's see.
Yes.
Cut.
Yeah, Kurt Russell, great casting choice.
So do you think that he has much of a character arc or not really? Because from the beginning we see him as this cavalier man that just says fuck it to everything and burns stuff. And that's kind of his attitude this entire time.
I don't think he necessarily has an arc, but he's the guy that Nemesis needed.
He should be in like Jim Morrison, like last legs of his life kind of a video.
What the?
How many of those lines was he saying like an actual human being? It wasn't like this is my most dramatic line reading. Because shit is crazy.
That's a guy that's going to do anything he needs to survive, but also he gets what's at stake.
I do love that everybody has a point of view of everybody else.
I think there's a lot of fun moments with the ensemble through the whole thing.
I love the group aspect of them just all being in there with guns, and it's like, who is it? And you don't know who to aim the gun at.
I really dig that Childs is kind of a reflection of McReady.
Do you think there was a love scene on the cutting room floor?
No.
Okay, well. Yeah, all I'm saying is it's there. The opportunity's there.
I think it was sort of like pre The Doors, the movie.
A lot of that makeup was really cool.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, wasn't it?
And it feels like that's why the movie holds up, is because it doesn't rely on the special effects. When the special effects happen, you're almost like, oh god, we're back in this horrible nightmare. Can we kill it or not?
Well, who made The Doors? The movie. Who made it?
Nothing like practical effects.
Yeah, and also just blowing shit up, you know? Like,
Yeah.
I know it's super American and bravado and all that stuff, but like, to just blow up a helicopter, like, man.
I think it's just a great example of how practical effects hold up above CGI.
I'd agree.
This is John Carpenter's answer, like 15 years before it happened, to The Doors by Oliver Stone.
I spilled a bunch of wine. God damn it.
And The Thing
Yeah.
was Courtney Love.
Okay.
There's so many odd deaths in this movie as a horror fan.
Why couldn't he scream with the hand over his mouth?
See, I always imagined there was something coming out of his hand. Not seeing it made me go, like he was just getting something shoved down his throat.
When that thing's eating that guy and his legs and everything are flying around the room is ridiculous, but it's also just jarring because that's like almost exactly what it would be like if something was like eating like somebody like that. It's so weird.
Because like,
where was I?
I have no real idea.
So I think John Carpenter was a master of distraction, but also just the slow burn.
It should be a very boring film, and he's able to build tension in all of the movement of the film, the way the camera moves, the way the action moves. Sometimes the camera's moving, sometimes the action's moving, sometimes the camera and the action's moving.
If you can scare us, obviously with disgusting, gory effects, but also if you can just scare us with a slow burn, then you got something special.
It's not always big moments either. It's like sometimes like a little thing and sometimes not.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, there's a lot of silence sometimes.
Okay.
I know that builds tension. What am I going to the movies for? To sit there in silence? What am I going to the movies for? You know?
Can you answer your own question?
I can't.
I like the use of the empty horizon, or the horizon's very high, so it just feels like you're so claustrophobic. Even when you're looking out into the open space, you never feel like you're going anywhere.
the movie, and at the end of the day, is really about how quickly does humanity sort of dismantle itself, you know? This third go around for some reason feels like kind of the first time I saw it. For some reason I thought that Kurt Russell just kind of like just got out of there scot-free and was like, okay.
That's impossible.
Woody needed to have a larger part in Toy Story 2.
I continue to be impressed by how much this movie holds up on its own.
We should do this again.
Okay. Great.
You're always welcome here.
Great. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Yeah, what else? What else?
What else?
I love this movie. It's definitely top 5 horror movies for me.
Okay, The Thing was a great film.
Okay.
It kept my attention.
I feel like it's a filmmaker's film. You can learn something of how to make a good movie by watching this movie.
Okay.
I have nothing but good feelings for this movie.
I think I'm just desensitized. I don't know. Maybe I'm just a huge sociopath.
Thanks for watching The Thing with all of us.
We've got great important opinions. We're all smart.
If we learned anything from this movie, it is don't trust anyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is not a movie for trust.
Burn your friends. If you have a moment's worth of suspicion, burn them alive as soon as you can.
And
Torrey,
Kurt
I'd like
Russell,
to see you outside.
Have a terrific whatever day it is that you see this.
Walt Disney's
Does
last
everybody know
words
we've been
were Kurt
drinking?
Russell.
Have we told them we've been
That's
drinking
the
for 2
point of
hours?
this
Okay,
podcast.
great.
We're all a
'Cause
little
I have been
toasted,
drinking
except Paul.
extensively.
He drank
I'm gonna
Virgil's
cut.
soda.